Welcome home, a bedtime story for the heart. Hello, beautiful soul. Come in. It's a little chilly outside tonight. I've been expecting you. The fire has been burning for a while now. I wasn't sure exactly when you'd arrive, only that sooner or later you would find your way here. Go ahead. Close the door behind you. There. Listen. Do you hear it? The rain has only just begun. It isn't the kind of rain that rushes. It's gentle, patient. The sort of rain that seems to know the world needs to sleep. Leave your shoes by the door. You've walked far enough today. There's no need to carry the road any farther. The kettle is already singing softly on the stove. A little steam curls lazily toward the wooden ceiling. Somewhere nearby, fresh lavender hangs drying beside the window. The whole cottage smells of cedar wood, warm blankets, and tea. You don't have to choose a chair. There's only one. It's your chair. It's been waiting beside the fire. The blanket draped over its arm still holds the warmth from yesterday evening, almost as though it knew you'd come back. As you sit, the old wooden floor creaks quietly beneath your feet. The chair settles around you with a gentle sigh, like an old friend happy to see you again. For a little while, neither of us says anything. We simply listen. The fire crackles. Rain taps softly against the windows. Wind moves gently through the pine trees outside. It is remarkable how peaceful silence can become when nothing is expected of it. You don't need to explain your day. You don't need to tell anyone how tired you've been. The cottage already knows. It has always known. It never asks questions. It only keeps the fire warm. A tiny sound breaks the silence, barely louder than the rain. You glance toward the woven rug beside the fireplace. There, curled into the softest little circle imaginable, is a kitten. Her ears twitch ever so slightly. She stretches one paw toward the warmth, then another. With sleepy determination, she opens one eye. It's only halfway, just enough to see that you've arrived. For a moment, she studies you with quiet curiosity. Then, apparently satisfied that everything is exactly as it should be, she stands. Her tiny paws make almost no sound upon the old timber floor. Step, step, step. She reaches your chair, pauses, and gently places one paw upon your knee, as though asking permission. You smile. There was never any need to ask. Carefully, you lift her into your lap. She circles twice, finding the warmest place imaginable, then curls into a perfect little ball. Within seconds, her breathing slows. A tiny purr begins. So soft, you almost mistake it for part of the fire. Without realizing it, your own breathing begins matching hers. Slow in, slow out. The kind of breathing that belongs to people who no longer need to be anywhere else. Outside, the rain becomes steadier. Drops gather on the cottage windows. One, then another, until tiny rivers begin tracing delicate paths through the glass. Beyond them, the forest seems wrapped in blue moonlight. Tall pine trees sway gently. Their branches whisper to one another in the breeze. Somewhere in the distance, an owl calls. Not loudly, just enough to remind the night that it is awake. The kitten shifts ever so slightly in your lap. Her little nose twitches as she dreams. Perhaps she is chasing butterflies, or watching fireflies drift through the summer garden. Or perhaps she is simply dreaming of another rainy evening, curled beside this same fire. There is something comforting about creatures who know how to rest. They never apologize for it. They never feel guilty for closing their eyes. They never wonder whether they've earned a quiet evening. When they are tired, they sleep. When they feel safe, they relax. Perhaps there is something we can learn from that. The fire lets out a quiet pop. A tiny ember rises into the air. Instead of fading, it drifts gently toward the window. Then another follows, then another. Soon, dozens of tiny golden lights float lazily through the room. The kitten watches one with sleepy fascination. It hovers just beyond her nose. She reaches out with the gentlest little paw, misses completely, then decides it wasn't worth the effort after all. You laugh quietly, not loudly enough to disturb the peacefulness, just enough to feel your heart become a little lighter. One golden ember drifts toward the front door. Instead of disappearing, it waits, as though it hopes you'll follow. Not because you have to, simply because beautiful things often begin with curiosity. You glance down at the kitten. She's already asleep again, completely trusting that you'll still be here when she wakes. That trust feels strangely comforting. You stand carefully, making sure not to disturb her. She barely notices, still curled against the blanket, still purring softly. You wrap the blanket around your shoulders, open the cottage door, and step quietly into the rain. The cool evening air brushes gently across your face. It smells of pine needles, fresh earth, and distant wildflowers. Tiny lanterns glow beside a winding stone path. Their warm light reflects in puddles left by the rain. The golden ember floats just ahead, never too fast, never too far away, patiently waiting whenever you pause to admire the night. Behind you, the cottage windows glow with warm amber light. Ahead, the forest seems filled with gentle mystery. Neither place asks you to hurry, so you don't. You simply walk, one quiet step at a time. And somewhere behind you, from the warm chair beside the fire, comes the faintest sound. A sleepy little purr, still waiting for you when you return.